Maybe taking a deep breath together with us so we can begin to let the energy in, to flow, to open. Seeing that stage again.
Could you walk to the center stage, Anka, so that we can hear your voice?
I keep seeing the stage and it feels like it's an invitation for everyone to step together with us in the light
and sing.
It's like a beginning that I'm inviting everyone in together with us. She's on Nakia Sish who Suanakia Tetia.
Gathering the crowd. Dorothea.
Kiana. 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 I see the plasma dancing around. I see the energy of the twirling birds. I see the energy of the cosmos gathering around, gathering the voices, gathering the energies. Kiana Koish is Ayanakar As. I invite you to look up. Look up and see the twirling energies of the voices. Look up and see the ripple effect echoing out in cosmos, echoing out I invite you to look down and see how the echo of the ripple are coming towards you, are coming towards us. How the words, how the sounds are reaching you as you are singing it out. You are singing to you. Iana kest aya kioanana est, kiroreanana ela kiok, sesayananish, sesayananyanash, koro ist arianana kirotos. The dos, the tos, the heart. I see the eyes, I see the hearts, I see the ripple. The eyes are upon us, and our eyes is upon them, looking at each other. The dos as you are never alone. Kitanash. Catherine.
Walking slowly ahead, you can actually walk with your feet on the ground. Even though you are sitting, just move your feet as if you were walking and feel how you walk. Where are you walking? What is the path you are walking? We are walking on a stage, but what stage is yours to walk? And when you stop, what is then in front of you? When you look up, what is then above you? And when you look to the left and turn around, what have you left behind? Anka.
I left behind a world of insecurities where I was walking in blindness. I left behind a world where I was not my true self. I am walking on the path of the light that calls me, that has always been within me, that is beginning to be alive in the hearts of many.
This is the beginning and this is the end.
Like every now.
So what have led you on this path, Catherine?
I hear an urge to belong. An urge to belong in me.
How did you go about this urge?
I have been on a very long walkabout. And talk about and be about, but not within. And now presence is my game, my standpoint, my aim.
So what is this stage of yours? Why are you here?
To rise.
To rise where and what?
To rise, I hear. Rise from the tear, rise from the tear. The bear within. Being bare without. Walking in circles brings you nowhere. Yet it can bring you home when you finally find the center. So rising from the center of the being, rippling out, and touching hearts to rise from the center. Shar ayaktun human ktinida. Human, new humans.
So what is
Rise together.
So what is your role?
To be. And how about you? Both of you. Who goes first? I don't know. Where is the test? The thirst? I don't know why I'm rhyming, but I'm rhyming today. Where is the thirst?
The thirst of words, the thirst of water, the thirst of knowledge, the thirst that liquids the tongue, that liquids the body, that liquids the soul. Where is the thirst in the soul? What do you thirst? You say. Safety. The thirst of belonging. the thirst of not being thirsty. Because then the past and the present will meet and you will be in the middle. So why in the middle, you say? Because that is where the light is, that is where the creation is, that is where no pain, no longing, no thirst is. And that is where the wisdom resides. How to do this? Breathe. Just breathe. Breathe yourself into this balance. Your role is to be the beacon for others to mirror so they can find their 0 point, if you like, and have no thirst because they are full. My role is light. Okay.
I feel nervous because of what I'm about to say. When Christ met the woman who was a sinner at the fountain, she was thirsty. And he said, I'll give you the waters of life and you'll never be thirsty again. I'm thirsty for God. I'm thirsty for home. I'm thirsty for Christ. That's my path and that's my stage. The return back home into the heart, into the oneness of that pure love that walked the earth in human form. The liberation of the soul. And I'm calling all those who felt thirsty and alone. Those who felt they never belonged. The outcasts. The lonely ones. The rejected ones. Too different for this world. They may now rise and come together for the peace with the sword of light. Because again, Christ said, I'm not here to bring you peace. I'm here with the sword of truth. I'm here for the truth. And for the dispelling of all illusions. that kept us in separation and forgetfulness and fear, and remembers that we're all whole, no matter how we call it. I've always had that in my heart. I've always had it very hard to speak about, much less publicly. So that's me, with all my heart out. Bringing the song of the Divine Mother as well into the sacred union, into wholeness. Thank you.
Ia shamarkin kanaru tutusa. Mia kananyik tanidana yake. Moro ia kanashin dunayak tina nananak teta. Moro huya kataya nemidi du shumshunya nakana shumshunya nakina nasasarate. Kakadan yakno du damashin danya nyatarati tatukuna. Mi kan ku kutidaru muru yaman. Kia dayakari tidu uyuma ayakatan. Ia nanaharti ayakuatasha. Mangana no nari enanu. Let it ripple. Now I
What's it?
hear prelude.
Sorry?
I hear prelude.
Prelude.
You know, prelude. I don't know if it's prelude. The first the intermezzo, now the prelude. It should be, well, order is irrelevant, right? Prelude. So what is a prelude? In this case, in our case, what is the prelude?
We are setting something out. It's like a letter in a bottle. Throwing it out in the plasma. People are picking up the bottle, opening the bottle, and fishing out the message. And the message is?
Come join.
Yes. So the question is, do you have a bottle? And do you want to join? What's in your voice?
That wants to ripple.
And how may you join?
Here is a stage.
It's as simple as writing a message to us. And we will offer you the stage. If it is meant to be. I feel like there's a choir behind us.
Nature. Playfulness, spirits of nature. Spirits of nature. The other children of Gaia, or the primary children of Gaia. Because we kind of landed here in between them. Yeah. A lot of playfulness. Fairies and gnomes and that's the choir I hear. And birds and chirps and yeah, for me every stone is a living gnome. A being.
Because maybe the voices are not just humans. Maybe the voices would be from different entities.
Realms.
The song.
We already channeled some dolphins, some whales, some Gaia, some
Animals.
some animals, some cats, some yeah, and birds and all that. So it's for everybody. This is a message that I heard earlier on. Like the three of us are very different, different paths, different, just different. But in the same time, this is an invitation for everyone, like different walks of life. It doesn't matter what your belief system is. It doesn't matter where you come from, because we're all actually one, the same light soul coming together. It's like everybody's welcome. And it is also like an invitation and a testimony of how different can work together in harmony. And it doesn't have to be a wedge between. It doesn't have to be war. It doesn't have to be judgment. It doesn't have to be criticism. It doesn't have to be me or you. It's just, I respect you. I see you. We're together. Even though we don't speak the same words sometimes. There's also a feeling beyond that.
So I kind of get a question, because I feel like I feel like we are live and there are questions being asked. And what is the question is, can everybody join? Yes. How do we join? It's very simple. We have this form on the webpage, Light Language Stories.
But it's more than how can we join. There's more to the question.
Mm-hmm.
Like how hang on. How can, it's more like how can I join if I am not an expert? How can I join if this is new? How can I join if I'm skeptical? How can I join? So how can we join? How can I join if, there's a lot of, it's as if there's a lot of wanting to join but having hesitations, and maybe that those hesitations become excuses. Like, oh, I'm not good enough to be on that podcast. So I say I have technical issues. I won't be able, I don't have a good enough microphone. Or, those things. And what do we say? We don't either.
I joined this project with those types of thoughts. I'm a living testimony for that. I joined with thinking maybe, what am I doing there? Like, I haven't been in this type of world long enough, or who am I to be someone who co-founds a podcast? I've never done that before. I don't know how to do that. It's something very new. I don't have the technical stuff, whatever. Those were thoughts that were also coming from me too, that I'm here in front of you now. And yet, there was something deeper than that that made me join. And I had to be like silent a bit, or present enough, attentive to that voice, which actually was my soul, that nudge, that intuition, that first moment of excitement that you, Catherine, you mentioned a couple of times. I don't know if I don't think we recorded that, when you said about beginning this project in a networking call in a totally different container that we were in together, and you said that you were doing the light language stories, and I was like very excited from the get-go without even knowing what that was about. I didn't even know if I was going to be a guest or if I was involved in any way or whatever. I was just happy. I remember that excitement. It's alive because I was happy that finally somebody is taking out in the world such a subject, such an important theme, something that I was doing in my world behind closed doors, and now it's going to be public for other people to also, see and understand and be debunked in a way. So I listened to and I said in one of our recordings that this is bigger than the mind, this is bigger than the ego, this is bigger than the doubt, this is bigger than, all that chatter, what if, and I don't have, and who am I, and all
Bigger
of
than the
that.
fear.
And then the fear is just like soul leads. It's something that you cannot explain in a way. Just be there. Just do this, and you'll see. This is how I did it. Just be there. Just show up, and you'll see. So sometimes just showing up might be the thing, even though the fear is there. With that fear, you don't have to push it away or wait until the fear is not there anymore. Okay, let's see. If I do this, what happens? I'm mature enough, I'm discerning enough to be able to say anything I need to say at any point. I'm free, I'm sovereign, there's no constrictive anything, so why not?
And exactly this, what came through about being on the stage and what is your path, and what we were just being guided into and guiding each other into. Maybe that would be something that will also come through, not in this way, but for the people who join the podcast as guests, that they'll realize something about who they are, why they join, what's the point for them to be on exactly this podcast, which is to the greater good of all. It's not a benefit to them. It will eventually, but there is some kind of exchange, but that's not the driving force. It's not, I get on this podcast so that I can be seen. Yeah.
So I get famous.
No,
So I get
no,
so I get,
exactly.
no. Yeah, because that's the old paradigm of selfish to serve,
Yeah,
service to self,
yeah.
the ego mind.
That is not what the podcast wants. And we don't either. This is a service to the greater good. So why you join or don't join? I mean, what is there to be conveyed through your voice? That is the stage that we give you.
So it's not a question of how do I join. It is why do I join.
Yeah.
What's my why? What's my sacred why? And I think what we did together here can also be used as a form of guidance for everyone watching and listening as well. Because if it's like listening in presence, answers will come for everyone listening. What's my path? Why I'm here? Like all of the little questions that we were
Yeah.
guided through. Or it can also be a very beautiful way to know each other a bit more, know themselves a bit more, get some answers, even going into the why.
Yeah, so maybe this episode that we're recording is not an episode as such, but this is the way we call people in. Hence the intermezzo and prelude, but not an actual episode. I don't know. But it wanted to be created today. So let's see if there's more. Karaya kinna moho no maningin na shaje de karoto. Makaya ngina oruna mara tititu wurora kara na hinen meke. Shuya kanana nara katinda dama.
There is the voices of the listeners, there's the voices of the seers, because this is not just the three of us and not just the guests. It is a co-creation, because if there are no one listening, how
There
can
is
we
no
speak?
the audience is
Yes.
important.
And the audience, the energy of you who's listening is important as to receiving the resonance and returning the resonance, so that we will know what to speak of next, So this is the co-creation. This is how we interact through resonance. Yeah. If you are shouting in the woods and nobody hears you, then are you really shouting in the woods? Elevation. How fine we are. Are we ready to take the big bow and leave the stage?
And allow others to step on to the stage. Welcome our co-creators, co-artists, co-facilitators, co-people. I guess we are.
Co-stars. Yes.
Sisters and brothers. I keep seeing that we like bow to the audience, but then walk backwards, and opening our arms for someone to come through and take the stage. That's what I see. How about you?
Yeah.
I just enjoy and clapping and celebrating everyone, the audience, the stage, everyone. It's like, you know, when at the end of something, people just rush on the stage and they open the champagne and the confetti and all of that.
Dancing.
Dancing, yeah. Celebrating joyfully. We're all together. Woo-hoo.
Having
So
fun.
it is as if, sorry,
No, go on.
it's as if there is a big spotlight, you know, on on the carpet, you know, the curtains, not the carpet, but the red curtains, and it's just waiting for that person to come through, because the stage is already, and
It's like the Muppet Show.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it's beautiful, and I'm curious to see who is going to walk out. And join us on the stage.
Yeah. Exciting.
Very,
Yes.
very.
I feel like singing the intro song of the Muppet Show, but I don't know it that well. But I can play gonzo.
I have no idea about that, so staying. Never seen that, never watched it. I don't
Okay,
know.
that's okay. It's a 70s thing. And 80s, probably.
Yeah.
I know what they are, but I
No.
don't know. Yeah, stuff from it.
It's fun. Okay, so we're ready to invite people in and let the first person smell and taste and feel the spotlight. As we conclude, take a moment to return your attention to your body and your surroundings.
What resonates, keep. What does not, release.
Nothing shared here binds you, defines you, or directs you. Your perspective, your interpretation, and your choices remain your own.
Thank you for listening consciously.
And we're looking forward to connecting with you again.
And we are inviting you to join our community on Telegram. Please find the link below.